Burnley are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. Shevchenko. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm a huge fan of Bukayo Saka. Someone always praised for his versatility, his attitude and his cleverness around the pitch. He has the potential to excel in all positions across that front line. But I'd personally like to see him as part of a front three. I think he operates best in that area.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Davids, and it's Gerrard. Puskas, and he stands tall, impenetrable. Puskas. Oh, he's having a go! Davids, cross to the back post, cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's been taken short. And a chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Gerrard gets a foot in here. No way through. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. And here's Ibrahimovic. And he's quick to return it. Bout of passing here. It's Ibrahimovic! Fernandez. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. And the finish! Puskas plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And it's Gerrard. Fernandez, not the most accurate pass.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Fernandez. Rice, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rice wins the duel this time. Tries to play it through. No, it's come to nothing. Desai. And it's Vieira. To Gerrard. It's a pretty loose pass. Saka. Davids. Shevchenko. And they're quick to get it back. Fernandez. Probing pass. And he was quick to react. Messi. He won't be happy with that one. Rice. Now Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Rabiot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Driving on and making good progress. Always goal side.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And it's Shevchenko. Camavinga. He's cut it out. Vieira. And it's Gerrard. Here's Sambrota. Desai. That has not gone well. Vieira. Puskas. Gerrard. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Burnley are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Kubasi. Burnley come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And here's Owen. Nicely spread. And this is Gerrard. Oh, shooting chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. Gerrard plays it short. Gerrard. Lovely bit of skill. That is good strength. It's Gerrard! Oh, split-second reaction.
Gerrard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Burnley have their third corner. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Sambrota. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Rice. And here's Saka. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side.
Saka really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick. "60 minutes played. Yeah. Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Shevchenko. Fernandez. He's a sharp little ball here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Saka. Saka! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
Saka certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Burnley still have the cards to affect this game. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Great vision. And this is Gerrard. Nicely weighted ball. Martinez. claims comfortably.
Burnley really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? It's a promising position. That's tidy. Gerrard, real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
75 minutes played. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nicely worked. Van Dijk. This is a promising build-up.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
He's found a way through. Alexander-Arnold. That could... Big chance! Oh, it's come loose.
Corinthians really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Kubasi.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Fernandez. Now Mbappe. And it's Shevchenko. Nicely aimed pass.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Maldini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And this is Owen. Martinez breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now it's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Now it's Saka. Saka has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 19. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador.
So near, and yet so far. And that's the end of the game. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Nicely aimed pass. Owen! He's got away with one there. There's the crossfield ball, and it's Dembele. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Pele. Dembele. Cherki. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Looking to play him in. Gerrard. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Gerrard. He's on it. Can he get away? Serginho. Here's Puyol. And it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Dembele. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Edmilson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Milan are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause...
Real chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Now it's Gerrard. Cherki. And no, he's seen through all of that. Pele. And this is Hullet. Davids is onto this. Bellingham makes the interception. Gerrard. And Cherki. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is good alertness. And it's Bellingham. Hullet. Hullet going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. That's good play. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Serginho. Strong running down that left flank. Davids wins the duel this time. Now it's Hullet. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Cherki. It's a really well-measured ball. Dembele. Gerrard. Probing pass. Chips it through. He's in a great position here. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
That was a great ball that looked right on the money. Trying to get behind the defence is something that can work well here.
Rodri. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Looking for a runner.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Zambrotta conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Hullet. He's through here. He's found some space. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Owen has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Has to go back here. He's going for goal! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Played out wide. Oh, that's delightful. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Davids stood his ground strongly. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that's a simple one for the keeper. That's it, 45 minutes up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So there was the first half.
Burnley certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Everyone, please welcome our players. Substitution on the field. Number 9, Owen.
So we're off again.
7, Gerard.
Burnley clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Messi. Number 3, Koeman.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
And it's Puyol. Burnley come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And he's managed to get free. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Gerrard. No, it's come to nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Bellingham. For Olise. And it's Puyol. Serginho. It's Bellingham. Edmilson gives no quarter whatsoever. Pele. Played out towards the right wing. Gerrard. And it's Ibrahimovic. And he's lost his man here. Ibrahimovic, this is promising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's in a good position here. It's Pele! And that's in! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
The attendance for this match was
Burnley have
29,950.
penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Edmilson proves too strong, too smart. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gullit. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Messi. Oh, nice touch. Takes a shot! Cherki. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's found a way through.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Serginho receives it in a wide position. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Gullit. Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, good take. Ibrahimovic! He's got a goal! Do not write them off. Back they come.
The goal
Wonderfully
from
smooth,
Milan.
smart and
After
slick.
75
Well, you've
minutes.
always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Substitution in progress.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from it.
Shapes to shoot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Ibrahimovic has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
He's looking wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Ball swung in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Thinks about the shot.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Burnley ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Hazard. He's picked his way through. Oh, some astute defending there.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Bellingham. Ibrahimovic. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Hazard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Milan have it back and can go again. And this is and a chance! And he's straight offside. Pinches it off him. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Priol promptly onto that. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That's what sets him apart, for me anyway.
We are just getting started.
Sorloth clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Referee has just said play on. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. Alexander-Arnold. And Neymar. And here's Sorloth. And here's Pedri. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's...
It's roll! It's bounced back off the post. And he's heaved it away. And it's Kaka. And the ball's come loose here. And here's Vieira. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Borussia Dortmund definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Kaka was in no mood for any of that.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Raul. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Raul. And he's there to belt it away. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And there's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Raul is offering a wry smile there.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Pelé. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Ferran Torres, always looking for that half a chance. Rodri. Sorloth. And it's Neymar. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, just skips past his man. Roll! Again, a brilliant save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Pedri. Now Neymar. Gets a good foot in there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Pedri. Now it's Sorloth. Stood up well to him there. Kaka is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Messi. This is a chance for Borussia Dortmund to break. Edmilson. Nicely aimed pass. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Rodri. And it's Pedri. Neymar. And Gabriel. Vardiol. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
And it's Rodri. Pedri. And Alexander-Arnold. And here's Yamal. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Such good technique.
Ferran Torres. Good play on the left-hand side here. Driven in. Ferran Torres with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And here's Ferran Torres.
That's good play from him.
Cross needs... Sorloth! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Spread it left. He's got away. He's a sharp little ball here. And the referee has blown for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
A game of real excitement to wallow in, Peter. They've got a shoot-on-sight policy in operation, and here's to more.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And we get things going again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Yamal, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. That has been slung wide. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Borussia Dortmund come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Can he get it through? And the shot! And yes, it's there! The first significant strike. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
It's a good 35 yards out, this.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
That was travelling. Guardiola. Borussia Dortmund still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And here's Neymar. Desailly does well to get it back. Vieira needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Almost an hour gone. He's found a way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pele! Goal! They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And he's had it nicked away. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Hullet. There he goes, motoring forward. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neymar. Great chance! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Well timed, excellent interception. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Guardiola. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. Well, that is one way to stop him. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That is good strength. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Neymar. This looks promising. Shot could be on. And he's there to retrieve it. Pedri. No, not quite on the same wavelength. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. De Bruyne getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rivaldo with the cross.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Zambrotta. Lovely feet. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. It's Neymar. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, super ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. De Bruyne. Neymar. Looking for the run. It's a promising position.
4 minutos de descuento.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And this is Neymar. Goes for a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
De Bruyne. Short changes him with that pass. Time added on 4 minutes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And Owen! Rivaldo! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A truly wonderful... Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity.